All right, what's up everyone? My solid 247 followers. I have yet another inquiry about the RX8 and what I've done and how I did it. It's time to make a video because it's getting out of control. I think I have at least 5 to 10 DMs a day on that car. So I'm gonna head down to the shop here, taking the Corvette, and I'll make a video on the RX8 and what I've done and how I did it, how I made it work. Serbian power. All right, I just got here. It is a solid 3-minute drive from my house to get to the shop. But you know what this calls for? A walk around the Corvette, because you'd be crazy not to. It's a gorgeous Saskatchewan day. Let's get that done. Overall, that went really well, but it's cold as shit out here. Let's head inside. All right, let's talk about old McLovin here. McLovin started her life as a just regular RX8. So that's how I bought it. I bought it off of a friend's kid with a blown rotary. Surprise! And started modding it. It started off simple, as had a $5,000 budget to get it back on the road. I was just gonna put an LS in it and call it a day. But that, with me, never happened. So we went from the LS, we went to from a regular LS. Then we went, and I put a Brian Chuley big nitrous cam in it. And from there I added a 200 shot of nitrous, which seemed a bit excessive, but I don't know. YOLO, is that the new term for 2020? YOLO? Maybe 2019. And I blew up a couple engines, spun a bearing on an engine. So ended up building with my bud Surge this twin turbo system in here. And it's on an LS truck block 5.3. It's got a LS6 intake on it, LS6 rails. We'll get into all of that because I get tons and tons of inquiries about it. So let's pop the hood. Alright, so let's get right into this. So yes, eBay CX Racing turbos, pipes out of the hood, wastegates out of the hood, 63 mil twin turbos. Headers came from Summit Racing, but they were about this long, so I trimmed them down to here. Obviously added my wide band and narrow band there. Went from there, so it is all OBD2. I built this harness from start to scratch, just some connectors and stuff so we could tuck the best we could. It actually looked better before we added the 2-step. Yeah, it's a 5.3 block. It does run on an SD or speed density tune, for those wondering. Blow-off valve, AEM water meth intake. I haven't dynoed it for those wondering. If I had to guess, it's in the mid 500 wheel horsepower, maybe low 600. Hard to say. 12 pounds of boost. That does pretty good. Anyway, alternator relocation bracket down there. It's got an LS3 water pump just due to spacing. As you can see, it's actually got more space now than it used to. What else can we do? That's pretty much under the hood. It's pretty straightforward, honestly. The rad is actually for an LS into a Mustang swap. Obviously we built the aluminum pipe there. Coolant overflow reservoir there. It's pretty standard, those wondering. These both run at 1.3 bar. Yeah, that's about that. Let's go inside here. It's super dirty because we haven't done anything with it. It's still wintry here. So I did color match paint the bar. And so interior wise, it had the nitrous arm line lock. No, that's 2-step. Obviously it doesn't have nitrous anymore. Momo wheel, and we did go with a race pack dash in it. Fuel gauge, wideband. As you just heard, everything still works. All the climate control works, not the AC. Radio works, heated seats still work, which up here in fall is nice in spring. But that's pretty much it. Going back outside here. So let's talk about the paint for a second. The paint code isn't really a code. The paint was influenced by Ryobi drills and battery tools. I just took it down to the body shop and said, hey, this is the color I want, and this is what happened. So yeah, overall it went pretty good. Let's talk about the body kit. So the spoiler is your typical Rocket Bunny spoiler. However, the fender flares, body kits, or sorry, rocker panels, and front lip are all your standard eBay specials. I don't remember who I bought the fender flares from, but I'm not gonna lie, the fitment blew me away how well it was. I was just taken back. We didn't do anything. We barely sanded them to paint them the way they are, and there's not a wrinkle in them. I can't say the same about the spoiler. That's the reason it's not painted. We made the, shit, what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, we made these whole things on here. I seem to always draw blank every time I need the name for them. Just to give it a little more stance and aggression. We did paint the wheels. They're not powder coated, we just painted them. And that's pretty much it. But you know what? I just had an idea. While filming the RX8. I want to do a budget build LS swap as cheap as I can. I know LS is better than pretty much anyone, not to toot my own horn, but I know them pretty good. I've done a lot of them. And I think I could do it pretty cheap. And it might be fun. Stay tuned for that. That's a good idea. Because everybody else on YouTube says, and I'm gonna say it too for my first time ever, like and share this shit, subscribe button, whatever it takes. I wanna do some cool videos, but we need followers there. Let's do it.